we go. Fatal four-way match here in Nanaimo. The Centennial Building has been host to so many wars throughout the ages, and I have a feeling we are about to see another.
100% the amount of history that is in this building, that is emanating off these walls. It's incredible, the amount of names that have been in this arena. Make your head spin.
Adam Sanders will never forget the moment when he saw Dan the Beast Severn challenge for the World NWA title here in B-Band Park. B-Band Park, I'm saying it 100% correctly. And let me tell you, that top title, that giant title in our business, that NWA World title, these guys, these West Coast heavies, they look at each piece of gold they carry the same way Dan Severn looked at that NWA World title gold.
Well, a young Jim Summers was also in the audience that night. Dan the Beast Severn, the NWA title. So much history in this building. I've seen blood smeared on the doors of the public bathrooms. I've seen fights in the parking lot. I've seen men put through windshields in this parking lot. This is the venue for the top professional wrestling moments in the Pacific Northwest. We're about to see another.
I couldn't have said it better myself. In fact, I think you were copying my notes on that one. But when you look to the future of BC wrestling, you've got to look no further than the angry young man himself, Evan Ashford.
What happened to this young man? This was a young man I was proud to call an associate. I was proud to call a friend of mine in this industry. And frankly, the way he has been carrying himself as of late, it's disgraceful.
No, it is not disgraceful. I love to see it. At 41 years old, as Adam Sanders, I always ask the question, what kind of wrestler would I be if I was a young man entering this business today? And I have to look no further than this angry young man, Evan Ashford. Everything he does, I love to see it.
Evan Ashford, he's got all the talent in the world.
Absolutely.
I came up with Evan Ashford. I trained with Evan Ashford, and although I don't enjoy his attitude, I don't like the attitude he currently has, I cannot state that he does not acquire all the abilities to be a world champion in VIPW. He is a very, very talented person.
He's a talented guy, and one thing I like about him is he's a lone wolf. No moment of truth, no Cordova Corporation. This young dude is fighting for himself. I love it.
Well, there you go. You hear the music of a former VIPW heavyweight champion. Business is about to pick up in Nanaimo. This man right here, in my opinion, is headed straight back to the top of the mountain in VIPW. This is the hillbilly Houndogg, Drayco.
A broken clock is right twice a day, and I gotta say, Jim Summers, you are 100% right about this guy, the hillbilly Houndogg Drayco. Much like our guy, Evan Ashford, it took him a little longer to realize this than Ashford into his career, but he's a guy for himself, a guy looking out for number one, a guy looking out for the hillbilly Houndogg.
I'm gonna throw things back to the early 2000s for some of you. If you ever played the Sony PlayStation, you might remember WCW Mayhem, and in the beginning of that game, they built a wrestler. They built a wrestler in a lab to be the perfect wrestler, and if I owned a lab, frankly, I would build Drayco. Look at this guy. You can't find me a better athlete.
Shades of the start of WCW Saturday Night, where they create a wrestler out of thin air, almost like a machine. And you talk about a wrestling machine, you gotta look no further than the hillbilly Houndogg Drayco.
And you can see once again, as of late, Drayco flying solo out here. He's a lone dog at this point. The Cordova Corporation, nowhere to be found. Cracks in the foundation, my friend, I'm telling you.
You talk
100%.
Hey man, I gotta interrupt you here. You wanna talk about top level wrestlers in Pacific Northwest? You've gotta look no further than one half of Moral Panic, Yoshino.
Well, we got our first taste of this young man last night in Langford, and frankly, I was blown away. This Yoshino, he belongs here in VIPW. We are all about bringing you the top talent in professional wrestling, and this is what it's all about. Tell us, AGS, what do you think about this young man?
I think he's got incredible talent. I think he's got an incredible future. This matchup that we're about to see right here, this is what happens when you take the best of the future. This is what happens when you take who you think is going to be the next generation of stars and put them together. This is a test. There may not be a title on the line that's a physical championship belt, but there is a title of who will be the future in VIPW.
That is correct. The implications of this match could not be larger.
Couldn't agree more with both of you, my friends. This match has a big fight feel to it. No title on the line, but all sorts of implications for the future of these four young men and for the future of our industry.
I had a conversation with Real Talk, Rashad Tyson, about this guy here, this Yoshino and his tag team, the Moral Panic. He said, watch out for these guys. They're going for gold in every promotion they can get to. But here we have Yoshino on his own as a single competitor.
Well, we got Yoshino on his own. We got Shawn Murphy on his own, one half of the West Coast Heavies. And Drayco himself, known to fly with the Cordova Corporation in the past.
And this Evan Ashford, he's only ever on his own. I would never see this guy with any friends or, that kind of crap like friends. Who needs that stuff in the wrestling business, right?
I knew there was a reason you liked the kid.
Look at this, and he's just at the start of his wrestling life. Oh no!
Well, Drayco and Yoshino here early on with an advantage. Look at this! Oh! Ushiga Roshi there by Drayco.
Strange bedfellows here with the hillbilly Houndogg and Yoshino.
This is what happens in these multi-man matchups. You see teaming up that you would never think you'd see before. And everyone, like you said, they all are in a state in their careers, maybe even in their lives.
Look at this, Drayco and Yoshino fly to the outside!
Man, Yoshino took a bad bump on that one. Drayco took a bad bump on that one.
Well, everybody got wrecked there. That was like an absolute car crash that we just witnessed out here. Yoshino, though, back to his feet quickly. This guy's got to be built out of steel.
I've got to mention, in Victoria, in Langford, we've got wood floors, but here in Nanaimo, it's just nothing but rough cement out here.
That's right, absolute concrete. We just saw human bodies collide with it, but a big-time spine buster now out of Murphy.
Shawn Murphy looking good, looking strong in the center of that ring there.
And look at this from the second row. Beautiful picture, perfect elbow drop by Murphy.
And I think Drayco might be worse for wear here. The referee might be taking him to the back. This thing might be turned into a triple threat match.
Well,
yeah, I'm looking at Drayco here. He looks really hurt.
I don't know if we have a camera on this thing, but it looks like Drayco's going to the back. We've got a few extra workers here to help him to the back to carry the big man out, and he is out. He is out. That is it.
Drayco, the hillbilly Houndogg, just got carted out here by about 4 extra people at ringside. Got to get the EMTs in the back checking on him. Our prayers go up to the young man. But frankly, right now, we still got a match underway.
Absolutely. Some may die, so others may live, Kevin Sullivan once said. And tonight, someone is getting up. Someone's going to win and live forever, let me tell you.
You see, I don't want to make light of the situation we just saw. I don't want to make light of Drayco's injury. However, I do have to question, what does this do to the other 3 men in this match? They thought they were having a fatal 4-way. They thought Drayco, the hillbilly Houndogg, was going to be in this match.
Let me tell you what my guy Evan Ashford is thinking. He's thinking 1 down, 2 to go, baby.
Well, right now, Murphy is thinking that he's about to pick Yoshino apart. You saw that blatant eye rake there right in front of the referee.
And here you go, word being told to our senior referee here. I'm guessing that.
Oh!
Big slam! Murphy!
Big Vulcan arrow by Murphy. No, only 2. And you're right, we saw word being given there from our junior referee to our senior official. And we have no word here at this point. No report at the broadcast table.
No one's come up to us.
You gotta wonder what's going on with Drayco. Who knows if he's coming back to this match? Who knows if he's coming back to this company after the fall he took?
Let me tell you, a hot match like this, I am not leaving the broadcast position to check on him, but our heart goes out to Drayco with whatever happened to him there. This concrete floor is nasty, just like that kick to the back. Look at this sweep and
Yoshino
pinfall.
can take it all right here. No!
Oh man, that kind of offense you love to see. That the offense that can win a match.
What a moment for this young man here in only his second VIPW contest. But now look at Murphy.
Big hooks. Oh,
Pedigree.
pedigree.
Drilled him with it. This could be all right here. Yes.
Murphy with the amazing victory here. I have to wonder, what did Drayco's unfortunate accident do to everyone else in the match?
It shook up everyone in the match, everyone at ringside. You saw our timekeeper couldn't even ring the bell on time. Everything's chaotic because of that injury. What even happened?
Well, everybody here at the broadcast booth, our thoughts and our prayers still with the hillbilly Houndogg. But what an incredible victory this was for Shawn Murphy for the West Coast Heavies, coming out on top here in Nanaimo.